Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And here we go from Lambeau. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock his 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Love. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
The Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Love on the play fake. Has it in close. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He's still going at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain. Now down inside the 15. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Going run again with Jacobs. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd and short. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, Brock, this was the type of start we expected, right? Given the lopsided matchup we've got, now it's up to their opponents to start giving them a challenge. Keep this one competitive.
Easier said than done, and you know that, Kate, playing as severe underdogs on the road, how they respond on this next drive is going to be really telling for the direction this game goes.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Panthers, nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Trevor Etienne to return this. This makes it up to the 25. And now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
What a tumultuous start to Bryce Young's career. The former #1 pick has about seen it all, Kate, in the NFL. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. At least that's what he and the Carolina Panthers got to believe, because the finish to last season was his best football yet.
Tight end in motion right. First down, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Well, I imagine that first play woke him up as they get set now for 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
Never eat shredded wheat. North, east, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
On 4th down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Love now, off the play action. Chased out to his right. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
DJ Woolen on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Golden motioning left. To the air with Love. Pass caught out right by Golden. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Love out of the shotgun. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Slot man motioned over. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They stick with Jacobs. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Love from the gun. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
8. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Etienne. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the 2nd time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Renfro on the catch. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Young working from the gun. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Rush coming for Young. Makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Young. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now. Hubbard quick on the draw. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They run again with Hubbard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Tackle number 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and inches.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Young's going to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Panthers first down. A gain of 1 yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Counterplay, Hubbard. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This time it's a passing play. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. The Packers on top early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on fourth down. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Fitzgerald sends this through, and that'll get him back to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Packers getting set here. First and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Caught quickly on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. There's Love to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Play action, Love. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body, and these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
Crashes through a tackle. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Shotgun now for Love. He finds Jacobs here underneath. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Love completes this one to Kraft. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers push their lead to 18.
Packers 21, Panthers 3.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Young. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. That was Tanaroa McMillan he was looking for. And now they face second down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Young to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Young. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Love with it on first down. Finds his man. It's Crab. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Thrown on first down, Love. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. Finds him over the middle. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Panthers countering with a dime package here. 3rd down. Love out of the shotgun. Got his man. It's Golden. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Handoff here to Jacobs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Love from the gun. Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. Love now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. A very short kick here from the right hash. McManus sends it through, and that stretches the lead to 21.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Etienne. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Carolina offense headed out now. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They motion the tight end over. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pass brought in by Tedero McMillan. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Young working from the gun. Renfro on the catch. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's 4th down.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Panthers with 4th down here behind the sticks. Sam Martin on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he calls for the fair catch and is there to collect it. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Here's Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
There's Love to throw. This one taken in by Kraft. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Stick it in the air. Love. That's complete to Musgrave. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Loves to throw again. Oh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. McManus sends it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He's back to throw. Taking a shot deep here. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3.
On
now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is ETN. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to.
22-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Started this third quarter, it's Hubbard. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Young to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kit, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the 2nd half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action, Love. Has it in close. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And a nice choice there to send this outside. It gets about 6 yards on the carry. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw. Here's Love. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's second and 10. Shotgun now for Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he goes, third and long. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
So fourth down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. It bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Young throwing here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Young on first and 10. That's completed right side. And he has this down to the 34. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Hand off out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
He was brought down by Javon Bullard. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Packers' 33-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. From the pistol, it's Young. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I've got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback. And quarterback, protect yourself.
The Packers going nickel on third. Out of the gun, Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on fourth down. It's a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of 21.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Making some progress here. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. It is caught left side. And this one does not go far.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Jacobs running behind center. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Love out of the shotgun. This one's caught. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That's good.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Love with it on 1st down. Dumped off to his running back. And they're all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Love now to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Throwing again. Love. Continuing to dig. He's inside the 25. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Once more, it's Love. Stepping up, and he's going to run.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Love now, off the play action. Shovel pass complete! And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Love from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead.
34, Panthers 6.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Etienne. Jukes away from one. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Panthers set to take the field. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. To the air on 1st down. Young. Completed over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
It's Young, the throw here on 1st. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
1st down, Young. Steps up, and he's running with it. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Shotgun snap now to Young. This is Legans working the left side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Here's Hubbard on the give. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Play action now, Young. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Panthers putting up points in a game decided. It's a Bryce Young touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Panthers 13.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
For Carolina.
Here comes Williams on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They've got 1st down from the 31. This is Jacobs running left. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down Packers.
That's good.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for them.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. That one only good for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Play action. Love. He brings it in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a gain of 3. Now
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Love. Got his man. It's Golden. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They stick with Jacobs. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Trayvon Merritt on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
It's a dime look defensively from the Panthers. 3rd down coming. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has his man, it stops. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. No run, Jacobs. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
This is 3rd and goal. They're backed up to the 9. Third and long for him here. Front pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. McManus sends it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Etienne. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Young to throw it. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, hard to come by in this league.
Carolina in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Love out of the shotgun. Brought in. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Read option on 1st down. He's going to keep it. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Pass caught out right by Golden. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
3rd and just 2 to go. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right half. McManus sends it through. And that grows the lead to 27.
You look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Dowdle now to return it. Spins out one stop. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Carolina offense headed out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They've got first down from the 31. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They run again with Hubbard. And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Putting the tight end in motion. Young's going to throw it. 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Here's a give to Hubbard. A lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
35-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Young working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. The 3rd down throw falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's going to be 4th and short.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue. And that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll run for it. Hubbard. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 4 there. And the huge conversion gets them a new set of downs. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Panthers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Young on 1st and 10.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Young on the play action. Renfro on the catch. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Desperation time here. Got his man. This is McMillan. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
A gain of 9 yards.
The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he only gets this one down to the 9. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. Motioning the tight end now. Now it's Young. Dives for the goal line. They knocked it out. Packers pick it up. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on and who recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. And call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Gronk. It's 3rd down. So this is a Packers win. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory. And they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, what, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way, they set themselves up for future playoff opportunities.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.